Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com. So in photography news, Canon's just announced a new APS-H. I believe it was the H. Yes, APS-H. We haven't seen one of those for a bit because it's been all full frame and crop lately. But they did have them before. And it's a 250 megapixel sensor. 5 times what's in the Canon 5DSR, the current champion from Canon. Interesting. And then there's been talk that they have a DSLR 120 megapixel. Now, I don't know if it was in development. Yes, it's in development, 120. And I think I read that at the moment it only shoots at 100 ISO, which is telling because there's been talk, some people don't think that the 5DS and the 5DSR are very good at high ISO. They're better low ISO cameras. So maybe they haven't, advanced their tech on the sensor side enough to deliver a 120 megapixel DSLR that can shoot at anything other than ISO 100. I don't know, I just saw that noted that at the moment it can only do that, but it makes you think because of the 5DS. On the other hand, 250 in an APS-H, so that's going to be worse pixel performance because it's not full frame. It's an APS-H. I think it's a 1.3 crop on an APS-H, memory serves. So not quite the crop of a 1.6 on their APS-C bodies, but the APS-H is in between. So 250 megapixels packed into a smaller than full frame, 35 millimeter full frame sensor. That's pretty crazy, and it makes you wonder how good it would be at high ISO and things like that. How good the dynamic range is, the per pixel performance. Very interesting. Interesting because I'm always like to see advancements. To me, it'll be a long time. Things will have proceeded to the point where cameras are standard at 200 or something before I would consider a 250 body. I would imagine that that's going to not only tax most of our computers right now. I would look at the memory storage. That's huge. I mean, 50 is huge. 36 in the D810 is huge. And I can see at the moment there being a lot of problems with it as far as performance, simply because of how small those pixels are going to be on an APS-H body or sensor. What do you guys think? Is it interesting to you? Are you like, yeah, I'd love to see that camera? What about the 120? Are you, do you see that as interesting, or do you think there'd be problems and you would have to wait down the line? Let's have a discussion on it. Are sensors getting a little too crazy? I mean, I'm happy with what I get out of my G7 that I'm filming this right now. Beautiful 4K video and wonderful photos. Does both great, and it's small, light, and a better price than these big flagship boys, and also much easier on my back. But what do you guys think? Let's have a discussion. 120 megapixel sensors, 250 megapixel sensors from Canon. Is it getting out of control? Would you be concerned about what they can deliver at this point? Let me know. Let's discuss it. It's just an interesting thing. Like to see tech advancing. Let's talk about it. Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned. We'll be back soon here at artoftheimage.com.